Alright, so we're going to do a little review on what weight is and do a few notes. Remember, our weight equals mass times gravity. So weight in our triangle is going to go on top, and we're going to multiply mass and gravity. And remember, our gravity for Earth's gravity equals 9.8 meters per second squared. So our gravity is always a known. The only way we're looking for a different gravity is we are given our weight, which is going to be in newtons, our mass. If we were given these two, that's finding the gravity on a different planet, basically. So if we go through this, so weight is a measurement of gravitational force. Between the object and the Earth. Remember, any two objects that have mass are going to have some sort of gravitational pull. So for instance, the acceleration of the Earth's gravity is going to be 9.8 meters per second squared. Remember, Earth is going to be the larger object between you or whatever object we are focusing on and the Earth. So Earth is going to have the acceleration towards it. So weight is measured in kilograms. We always measure in kilograms, or else you will not get newtons, because newtons are equal to acceleration times mass. So newtons are measured for weight and force. So remember, basically when we get down here to these, force and weight are the same. So force and weight. Weight is a measure of force. Remember, weight is a measure of force. Alright, so if one object has more mass than the other, it weighs more or less than the object. So it's going to weigh more. So if one mass has more mass, it weighs more. Because remember, weight is mass times gravity. So an astronaut goes to the moon. His mass is the same as on Earth, but his weight is different. This is because as he goes further away from the Earth, the acceleration of gravity lessens or decreases. So remember, the farther we get away from the Earth, the less gravitational force we have, until we get to somewhere like Jupiter or the Sun, something that is going to be larger than the Earth. Then you will gradually increase. So let's think of it like this. So if this is Earth, here's our moon, and we have Jupiter way over here. So let's say a rocket is going this way. So as we get further away, so the further we get away from Earth, the less gravitational force we have. But as we get closer to Jupiter, we are gaining gravitational force because it is such a larger object. But that's neither here nor there. We're just worrying about weight of an object based on where they are in our location. So we're not going to deal with much on Jupiter, so we're going to deal a lot more on Earth. So let's go with these. So we see that we're on Earth based on this. Meters per second also equals meters per second squared. Same thing, both things. Meters per second squared. Alright, so if we want to do the triangle, I can do this, create my triangle. I am looking for my weight or force. So my force is what I'm looking for. So I have mass is 75, and then of course my gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared. So I do the math, and my answer is 735 newtons, because remember, force is always in newtons. Alright, so let's do one more together, and then you get the rest of the time to answer. I expect you to finish this today. We will have more work for tomorrow. We're going to mix in force and weight problems, and then we'll start on our foldable for the unit. Alright, so if we have our force or our weight is 490 newtons, we always have our gravity if we're on Earth. So that's 9.8 meters per second squared. And we have our mass that we're looking for. So what is our mass? We do the math. So if we do our math, it is 490 newtons divided by 9.8 meters per second squared. And that equals 50 kilograms. Alright, you can do the same thing here. So if you want to do 75 times 9.8, if you want to write that down, that's fine to get that. But remember, mass is always in kilograms, weight or force is in newtons. So if you want to go down and write weight on here, because weight and force are going to equal in this case. So weight, and then force. So I want you to write down everything. If you would like to write it here or put it in a triangle, you're more than welcome. Alright, so go ahead and finish up. You have the rest of the class to work on this. You should finish everything today, so don't worry about it. Also, we will make this due today because we've already done, there's only 8 for you to do. So you will have work tomorrow. Our test will be on Friday though this week. Alright. Good luck. If you have any questions, please ask.